Retail, and it's from both the commercial scenario and even from an industrial scenario, because behind the retail is what? It is, but we've got the rooftops affecting the retail, and retail is basically funded or produced out of what? Somebody's sending them that stuff. Manufacturing, industry, isn't it? So let's just kind of test this theory. Somebody buys a house. Within 6 months, tell me some large purchase you think they'd make. Yeah. Carpeting. We had carpeting, what is the carpet capital of the world, so to speak? Georgia, Dalton, Georgia. I taught in Dalton, Georgia before it went south. So here is a whole industry. Well, it did go south, didn't it? No pun intended. I don't remember that one. But I went down there, and it was a cute little town. I mean, it was a quaint little place. There were some things going on. It wasn't like it was hustle and bustle, but it was a nice little town. And about 3 years, maybe 2 years later, I read an article on there that was talking about how Dalton, Georgia had basically closed down, even to the point that the pastors were closing their churches and going back to where they came from if they had like a previous home, because there weren't enough people in the city to house the churches, to serve the churches. That was a classic example of how the rooftops didn't drive to retail and industry closed down behind the scenes. We drove an entire city down. You said carpet, what else? Appliances. No, it just dried up. It was there in the sense that people had a need, but when you slow down, first of all, the purchase from a resale standpoint, right, of people improving, but what other major industry do we see almost lose itself? New construction. Oh my gosh. I mean, there were builders that were holding on literally by their nails for the last couple of years, okay? So being able to do this now, you've got, let's take appliances. There was and I'm trying to think of I can't think of the state, but there was a state that was the home, they called it, the home of the refrigerator. They did 50 million refrigerators since the 1950s. And in 2010, closed it down and sent it to Mexico. After, almost 60 years of producing refrigerators because they couldn't support it in this economy, and sent it to Mexico. And one other one, you said what? You said North Carolina, furniture. High Point, North Carolina, anything that's right down there. I just taught North Carolina, somebody in the classroom, we were going through this, and she said, I'm from High Point, and I can tell you, we roll the streets up at night. It's starting to change a little bit, but think of how that's true. And when that happens, and it's positive, it leads to economic growth and jobs, but the opposite is true. Man, it takes a nailing when we stop building and creating rooftops or housing. That to me is why what we do every day is so darn important. But we're there. So let's talk about how we got there.